Hello, and welcome to another California Divorce Buddy video. This is so important, and I'm so excited that you're here because this video is completely designed to tell you what won't your attorney or therapist tell you about your divorce or child custody situation. Well, let me tell you a lot. Let me just suggest for a moment that there are a great many things, crucial things that you may not understand until it's way too late. Your money's spent, your retainer's gone, you're bitter, you're angry. The judge has just ruled against you in what seems like a devastating way. If you knew that there are all these crazy in-between things that would help you right here and right now, wouldn't you be at a minimum curious as to what they are? I'm not even talking about the solutions yet. I'm just putting it out there that these things exist. What are they? What types of things are super negatively affecting your case? And really, your whole being, your whole person, that you can't get to the root of by traditional means. First, you have to understand what it is that these professionals do. It's important to realize that your attorney is doing a job, and the attorney's job is to attorney. They operate in this adversarial system. There's a petitioner and a respondent. They sit on opposite sides of the courtroom and often are arguing like mad against the proposition of the other, right? You know this. If you've ever dipped your little feet into this milieu, you probably have firsthand experience with this. That's what they do. Your attorneys. An attorney may be necessary in your case. They may not. Second, your therapist. What is a therapist there for? They're there to listen to you, empathize with you, and help you to confront problems and challenges in your life. Both of these parties may be very necessary. But what are they not telling you? What is so important that they're not getting at? Well, a million things. So let's go through them. I'm going to give you well, not all of them, but most of them. So first of all, nobody's telling you how to be a perfect client for your attorney. Nobody's telling you how to not blow through your retainer. This includes things like organization and managing your emotions with the intention of not costing you thousands in unnecessary calls, texts, emails, all of the above. Okay. Another thing nobody is telling you is nobody's telling you how to deal with court, whether you have an attorney or not. Nobody's addressing your dress, your demeanor, your demands, or how this energetic pain cave of a courtroom can upset your soul. Nobody's addressing what to do with all those feelings. Nobody's looking at who are the people that might be in the courtroom. What do they do? Is court public? It is, usually. So another thing, nobody is educating you as to the nature of California family law so that you can reduce the fear of the unknown. Excuse me. And frankly, so that you can stop making a fool of yourself to everyone, to the judge, your family, your friends, let alone your children. You just keep putting out there these completely erroneous things because nobody's telling you the truth. So nobody's giving you direct options from the start. Do you need an attorney? Maybe you don't. Maybe you do. Or maybe mediation saves everyone time and energy and money. Down that same track, nobody's telling you how your soon-to-be ex or your child's other parent and you can have real ownership in your order so that it's all much more likely to be followed, right? So the next thing, nobody's telling you how to prepare a declaration properly, whether you have an attorney or you don't have an attorney. You still need to turn in your statement to your attorney. How do you turn it in the best, right? So to save you money, especially, and to forward your case in the best way possible. Nobody's discussing the deep spiritual impact divorce and child custody difficulties wreak upon us. Nobody is discussing that about 87% of us had some sort of spiritual or, dare I say, even magical thinking when we got together with our exes in the first place. From thoughts like, you're my soulmate, right? to God bless the broken road that led me straight to you. All of these are spiritual or magical thoughts. Certainly nobody's telling you how to deal with all that thinking as it impacts your court situation. So here's another one. Unless you are specifically seeing a co-parenting therapist, nobody's discussing how, when, where, and why to communicate with your soon-to-be ex or child's other parent in a way that forwards your case and prepares you for a real future, or prepares you so that you can actually bring those statements into court. No one is breaking down the intentional communication that's necessary during this time. Another thing, nobody's giving you the concrete ethical outer bounds of the situation that so often drag people into real trouble in the courtroom. There are true horror stories here. Let me tell you, I've seen it personally. Even attorneys get roughed up in this trap. And what if your soon-to-be ex or child's other parent is lying? Your attorney is probably used to all of this, but are you? Okay, here's another one. What if there's abuse in your situation? How do you get the court to believe you? How do you prepare for this whole thing from the get-go? Nobody's breaking this down for you. This is a quasi-criminal realm, right? And I've heard about people who were abused so bad that their soon-to-be ex wound up in criminal court. And yet their attorney still suggested that they should pay ungodly amounts of spousal support rather than address the California presumption that they shouldn't have to pay any spousal support. Yikes. Okay, here's another one. Nobody is telling you what will really impress the judge in child custody cases. Nobody is telling you what the best interests of the child really look like to the judge and how to impress upon the judge that you are moving in that direction with every single step you take. Nobody's talking about the real problems involved in social media. We're all addicted to it. Come on. I shouldn't say all. Most of us have a problem. We scroll that thing the second we wake up in the morning. The cost of that one ill-planned post can be devastating. So here's another one. Nobody's telling you about the nature of family court in California. How this is a court of equity and doesn't really operate like other courts you're used to in many fundamental ways. How can you maneuver through this in a different way, right? And finally, so perhaps someone will hand you a sheet on family court services if you're involved in a child custody situation. Perhaps somebody will help you with, quote, mediation, court-ordered mediation. Perhaps there'll be a short phone call with your attorney that's going to cost you lots of money. But do you really understand what's at stake? Even if you think you have the complete moral high ground, sometimes it is an unbelievable and untenable order that gets forwarded because the judge just rubber stamps the recommendation. It's sometimes untenable for both sides, okay? So these are just some of the basics. This is like the tip of the iceberg. There are so many things that nobody will tell you about until it's too late. Guess who will tell you? Me. California Divorce Buddy. If you're involved in a divorce or child custody situation in California, start with my free videos. You'll get some of these answers and start your transformation immediately. We're here to change this horrible experience into one of growth and healing. So what do? Like and comment below, subscribe to my station, and if you like and comment, I'll send you out a free video. I'll make sure you get a hold of it. Or go to CaliforniaDivorceBuddy.com and click on the mini courses tab to get started on your path to a better future.